Hey guys, it's Tom here
And Marie.
from the Doctors Collective. We wanted to shoot this video and talk to you about meetings, making sure that you get the most out of your meetings and have as little of them as possible. The reason for that is because if you're spending a lot of time in meetings and you're not really getting any work done, often meetings can kind of spiral into a bit of a bitch fest, expressing frustration or talking about the weather and all sorts of different things. Now, what we do in our businesses is we have one meeting per week with the whole team. One meeting, and it goes for half an hour. Usually, sometimes if there's a lot to go through, it goes for an hour. Right, one meeting at the start of each week, and that's with the whole team to make sure we're all on the right track. Between Marie and I, we really have a meeting together less frequently. I actually just finished one. That's why I got the idea to do this. We just sat down over a coffee and tea, and talked about where we're headed next.
And it really was more about strategy, wasn't it? We were talking about strategy rather than the nitpicky of where we're up to with projects and what needs to happen, because I find that we have quite defined roles within our businesses, and I know what he's responsible for and he knows what I'm responsible for. And at any point, of course, we can ask questions and see how things are going. But when things are very clearly defined and you know what the expectations are, there's no need, unless there's going to be a big change or if there's a sort of strategy that needs to be implemented or something super new, to have these ongoing meetings about where are you up to this and what are you doing this and what are we doing this, because it's just not necessary. It's a waste of time.
Yeah, and having times where we do catch up about things that are happening in the business also keeps us from talking about it at night, when it's not business time. That's another thing as well. Now, how do we keep these meetings sharp and to the point and short? Well, a couple of things. Firstly, we start off with the outcomes. So what was the first question I asked you today?
What do you want to get out of this chat?
Yeah, what's the outcome of this conversation?
When will we know when we're done?
Yeah, and we just listed the outcomes. What do we want to achieve? What's the point of this chat? Where do we want to go? And then we talked and we stuck to that. If we got off track, got back onto it. And then at the end, what we looked at, and I'd like you to have a look at as well, if you think this will be helpful for you, is at the end of the meeting, go, okay, what are the next actions? Who's doing what? What's come out of this meeting? And so then we're actually moving forward on the things that we discussed. It's not just a bit of a, let's have a chat type of thing. And if that's what the outcome is, then that's okay as well. But let's set that before the meeting begins. And that way you can have fewer meetings and get more out of them, so that you can come out to the beach and hang out here, and we'll spend more time with your family. So I hope that's been helpful. Anything else to add?
That's basically what we
All
did.
good. Okay, bye for now.